And now we're going to move forward with the live demo part. We'll show you exactly what do you need to set up, what we mentioned about the Meta Events Manager. So yeah, Joshua, take over.
Yep, got it. So now, like just now when I gave you the overflow, I gave some words. I think it sounds jargon to you guys, like data set, data source, events manager. What are all these? No worries. I'm just going to show you how it looks like here on our side, so you can navigate as well. Allow me to share my screen to you guys. Okay. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, what your events manager look like, okay, it's here. If you go, like, let's say this is your Meta business portfolio. Let's say this is your home over here. This is just a demo account for us here. So let's say you're at your home, your Meta business portfolio. This is your overview of your account, blah, 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 so forth and so on. On the left side here, at the bars here, you can see there's one module called the Events Manager. So when you click into this Events Manager, you might have existing data sources here. You might not. Okay, this might be empty or it might be here, depending on your marketing team as well. Now, when you go to data sources on the left side here, this is where all these are the so-called data sources, the data sets that will be stored. These are known as data sets over here. So when you have set up the Meta on Respond.io, when you've set the Meta signal workflow, the CAPI workflow, then this data set, it will automatically appear for WhatsApp. But if it's Facebook or Instagram, if let's say your click to chat ads, it's to your Messenger or your Instagram, you will then need to create the data set first. Okay. I'll show you a video on how to create the data set. But before that, I just need to let you know, let me reiterate this again. For your click to WhatsApp ads on Facebook, you don't need to create the data set. It will automatically be created once you have sent more than 50 signals. Okay. 50 signals means your agents need to, like on Respond, when they chat with the customer, when it's a warm lead or if it's a paying customer, they need to change the stage, then send the signal here into this data set over here. And you can see once a signal is sent, you can see some activity here. So far, this data set has no activity yet because it has not sent past days. But once you have sent, you'll be able to see some lines over here. And then you'll also see what signal has been sent. Usually, we will recommend you sending a purchase signal immediately. Yeah. The other part, same thing as well. This, as you can, so it will look something like this. You see how many events has been sent for the past which day, how many days ago. And if it's more, you start to see some lines over here. Okay. Now, I will show you a video on how to create your Facebook or Instagram data set. But before that, just a tip and trivia. So Meta has told us that for the algorithm to work, they just need two things. Either your customer's phone number or your customer's email. Okay, remember two things, phone number or email. Therefore, when you run click to chat ads, we highly encourage you run click to WhatsApp, because when it's click to WhatsApp, when the customer WhatsApps you, you have your customer's number over there. And then when you send the signal over, it's easier for Meta to optimize it better. If your customers are coming from Messenger, not to say they can't, they can, but it's just that on Messenger, it won't have your customer's phone number. You only get your customer's name and their profile. That's it. So yeah, so this is just something that you need to take note. If you're running ads, we recommend and highly recommend you try to run more click to WhatsApp. You can run click to Messenger as well, by all means. But if you can do have more of the click to WhatsApp ads as well.
Yep, so, exactly. Because Meta would have additional data point in the form of the phone number that allows them to find better results for you. Lesser data points mean lesser results. So the more data they have, the better.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm just going to show you a video of how, if you want to create a Facebook and Messenger data. So basically, you come here, you can click this connect data. But in this video, you can see this here. So over here, this will show you how you want to create the Facebook and the Instagram dataset. Remember, for WhatsApp dataset, you don't need, okay? So over here, you click, like just now I told you, connect a new data source, and then you need to select this messaging. Once you've selected messaging, it will show you Facebook, Instagram. Just select Facebook first. You don't need to select Instagram. Now, why? Later, I'll tell you why. You can see. Once you've selected Facebook, you select your Facebook page, the one with your Meta Business Manager, your Messenger, and then go next. You can name this the CAPI event. You can name it accordingly. And then you want to put Respond.io as well. You can mark this. I've read, I understand. Then next, they will ask you if you want to select your Instagram account. By all means, go ahead. You can link your Instagram account as well if it's linked to your Meta Business Manager. And over here, you'll be able to see the necessary page ID or your profile account ID. So over here, you can see this is the Instagram account ID. This is your Facebook page ID. So once everything is okay, just make sure the IDs are correct, and then you can click on Start Integration. Once you have Start Integration, you can see this data set will look something like this over here. You can see how many signals are sent, and the lines will look something like this.
Yep. That's exactly it. It's pretty simple. I know some of you guys are familiar with the Meta Business Manager or portfolio. It can be very confusing. There's a lot of things going on, but thankfully for setting up this, it's not too complicated. So just follow the exact steps and you can start sending events to a data set for the Facebook or Instagram page. All right. I think next will be, now you kind of know what is a data set and set it up. Let's connect your Meta Business account, of course. Some of you may not have been connected, right? So let's show you how.
Yep. So the next step is once you have done, if you're running click to WhatsApp, then Events Manager side, you don't need to create anything. You need to know where to navigate. You can navigate it first and see whether any data sets are there. That's number one. Then that's it. Then moving second step. But if you're using Messenger or Instagram, then yes, you have to go and create like how we show you just now. Just go to Events Manager, connect a new data source, select your Facebook page, then go next, select your Instagram, and done. It's quite straightforward. Okay, now what about on Respond.io side? So on Respond.io side, what you need to do, it's very simple, step 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'll just show you how it looks like as well later. Real quick, just go into your Respond.io account platform, go to settings, in your workspace settings, okay, go to your workspace settings. Inside workspace settings, you can see an option for integrations. Click into integrations, then you will see Meta Business Account. Okay, allow me to share my screen on how it looks like for you guys. Okay, so first thing first, when you, can you guys see my screen? Yes, beautiful. So once you're inside Respond, okay, this will be your dashboard. Okay, this is how it looks like. You go to settings over here, go to your workspace settings, and then on this middle panel here, you can see integrations. Click on integrations. You can see what are the tools we have. Scroll all the way down, you can see Meta Business Account. Click Manage, and over here, you can connect your account. So when you click Add Account, they will ask you to log in. So make sure that your profile, as long as your profile is the admin of your Meta Business portfolio, then just continue as you are. If not, please choose a profile that is the admin, the full admin of your Meta Business portfolio. Then you can continue. Once you've continued, it will look something like this. Your connection is here. Once this is sorted, done. This is on Respond.io side.
Yep, easy peasy.
Yes. So after this, now once you've already connected, so first thing first, you've had a look at Events Manager. You roughly know what data set, where to find it. Second, you come on to Respond. You link your Meta Business account with Respond. That's number 2. Very straightforward and easy. Lastly, what you need to do is it comes a part where we do the workflow. Okay. On the workflow part, I will show you a very straightforward and quick way on how to do it. But after I've educated you guys, I'm just going to add in a bit more tips, especially if you see. So for our workflow, usually for CAPI, you just need 2 steps. Okay. The first step is a lifecycle update. The second step is you just send a purchase signal. That's it for your workflow. However, most of our customers that I've helped with, they would prefer to track their ads as well. And how they track their ads, they will add a Google Sheet as a third step. If you want to track your ads, you add the third step. If not, if it's not so big for you, you just want to send signals, then fine. 2 step is fine. However, I'll just show you how to set up 2 steps, and then Once we go into the Google Sheets step, I will explain a little bit more on what needs to be done. There are certain prerequisites, maybe to help you guys out as well. So yeah, allow me to share my screen again real quick. Okay. Is everybody okay? Am I going too fast? Fine. Okay. Got it. Okay. So yeah, coming back onto Respond, what you need to do is go to your workflows. Once you have entered your workflows, okay, let me just show you from scratch. You can create a workflow altogether, start from scratch. You can name this CAPI, purchase signal. Okay, create your workflow from scratch. Okay, no worries. Scratch. Okay, anyways, if you created your workflow, I've created one here. Okay. So your first step, what you need to do is, let me just remove this so you can see it better. Okay. So first step first, you need to scroll all the way down. Okay. Scroll down and then set lifecycle updated. Now, in order to use this lifecycle updated step, you need to turn on your lifecycle. How you can turn on your lifecycle real quick, easy. You go to settings, workspace settings, and then you go to over here on the middle panel, you can see lifecycle. Over here, you can just this toggle off, okay, and then you just toggle this on. Once you toggle this on, you just make sure your stages here are accordingly. We have a preset default one. You can use that. New lead, hot lead, customer payment, paid customer, up to you. And then these are your lost stages, co-lead or disqualify, so forth and so on.
Yep.
Okay.
I think, Joshua, maybe you can explain a bit what is lifecycle for those who may not have used it yet as well.
Got it. Beautiful. No problem. So basically, lifecycle. If you're familiar with the CRM tools like HubSpot, Salesforce, so forth and so on, something is called like an opportunity. When a new lead comes in, when a new lead comes as an opportunity, you want to change the stage of where in the sales cycle is this customer at. Is this customer ready to make a payment? Is this customer just in a warm lead stage where you still need to further negotiate, where you still need to further discuss? So basically, what lifecycle is, we give you it's kind of like your sales process where you can change the stage of your customer. At least when your agents see which stages your customer is at, they roughly know what to say, they know what to do, and they know what to push for. It's just to make sure your sales cycle is more effective and more efficient, that your agents are able to quickly close sales for you guys better.
Yep, exactly. Yep. You just basically allows you to keep track of every contact you have, every conversation you have. You know they are at what stage. Do you need to prioritize them or do you just ignore them? Lifecycle allows you to keep track of all that. And you can also set up lost stages to help keep track why some sales you lost, so that you can learn more like, okay, maybe I need to improve on this, improve on that. So lifecycle allows you to keep track of all that, and so that you can learn and improve your sales pipeline, your sales cycle, and everything.
Correct. Yes. So yeah, you can change the names of this if you want, whenever, like warm lead, and then you can save it. So over here you can edit, you can remove, but just make sure the life cycle stages here, it's all for the winning stage, no loss stage over here, because we want to see how long it takes for your customer from stage 1. It goes to stage 2, then move to it's supposed to go in ascending order. So at the end, this would be your last stage where the customer wins. So roughly how it looks like, if you go to your inbox, you can see, once you turn on lifecycle, you can see the lifecycle stages over here on the left panel. They won't show you the lost stages. It's fine, because that's not the focus. We want your agents to focus on sales. So you can see, okay, currently I have 28 new leads. I have 5 warm leads. Conversations are open. I have 2 that is booked for, so forth and so on. And whenever your customers or your agents want to change the stages, what they can do is they can just hover over to any of your customers. You can see next to your customer's name, this is the stage. You can change the stage anytime to any of the stages over here, or you can want to put them in a lost stage. As you can see, so you see, I've already changed this to a customer, and because our CAPI testing is running, you can see that this is how the Meta Conversion API signal will look like over here. Okay, yeah, just so happened this showed. So this, make sure that once you see this Meta logo and this wording here, it means that a signal has been successfully sent to Meta, to the events manager. It might take some time for it to reflect on your events manager, maybe 1 day or 2 days, but it will arrive there. You can check it after 1-2 days, then the signal should be there on your events manager.
Rest assured the event will send, and to be honest, if you experience Meta, sometimes there's some delay. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. But they'll still use your information and optimize your ads.
Yes, correct. And lastly, one last thing about lifecycle. If you go to your context module, you'll be able to see the full amount, and you'll be able to see your loss stages as well. How many customers are in your loss stages, how many of them are in your customer stage, so forth and so on. You can see the full number. Over here, what it shows this number is just the open conversations only. It shows the open conversation. If the conversation is closed, this number will go down. So let's say, for example, if I close this conversation, so then you see this number reduced from 27 to 26. Yeah. So over here, it just shows the open numbers only. Awesome. So this is life cycle. Now going back to your workflow. Okay. So on the workflow, like I mentioned, over here, first thing first, once you come in, the first step, this is empty. You need to select to the lifecycle updated stage. Now, once you have your lifecycle turned on, this will be here, easy, no problem. And then you need to go selected stages. Not all stage, but selected stages. Only select the stages where you feel that your customer has become a potential, or you want to send this type of signals to Meta. Okay. Now, the reason why we have like the warm lead here, or either most of this kind of like, even though the customer is a warm lead, but they haven't made payment, means they're not a customer. But we still send this signal. Now, reason being is, please take note, this is another additional info that you need to know. Okay, so for Meta, the validity of the signal is 7 days. Okay, let me just off my share screen so I can just talk to you guys. The validity of the signal is 7 days. Now, what does 7 days mean? So let's say today, I'm a customer. I chat with Tyler. I claim from a click to chat ad today. So I say, hey, Tyler, what is this? Or, hey, I'm interested in this coffee. Once I come in from today until next week's Thursday, whenever you send a signal to Meta within these 7 days, it will be sent successfully. However, next Friday, on the 8th day, if your agent changes the stage, the workflow runs, but a signal will not be sent to Meta.
Yep. If you're familiar with Meta Ads Manager, on the ad set level, there's a tracking setting that, 7-day conversion tracking. So this is the limitation set by Meta. So it has to be within 7 days if you want to send a very specific successful conversion. So yeah, it's just a standard. So like, for example, on your Meta Ads Manager, whatever conversions you get, they won't count anyone that, let's say, for example, saw your ad like 9 days ago. You won't see a conversion. Same thing for the conversion API. They can only send events that are within 7 days, because that's beyond that, the tracking code just doesn't connect to your customer anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, so yeah, exactly. This is what Meta has said. Maybe they want to keep it fresh, like the customer data fresh. So remember, 7 days. That's why whenever I go on to talk with customers, I'll usually ask them, how long does it take usually to convert a lead to a customer? If it's more than 7 days, then we won't recommend using the last stages of the life cycle, maybe the stage 2 or stage 3. At least you can send those signals. But if you feel like, usually my conversion is within 3 days. 3 days, once the customer comes in, my salespeople usually can close. Means on the 3rd day, this lead will make a payment to me. Then it's fine. You can straight change the stage to customer and use only that customer stage to trigger the signal. But just to play it safe, we will recommend pick a stage that you feel like this stage shows that this type of customers is what I want. Basically, you're telling Meta, this customer is what I want you to target my ads to, and make sure it's within the 7 days period that you're able to convert.
Exactly. For example, let's say you're a beauty clinic and you are having people chatting with you, and an event that they may take a while to buy a full set of packages. But another conversion stage that you can look at is, for example, let's say they buy the free trial. Usually you notice your customers buy the free trial, the discounted trial within 7 days. Use that as a substitute. And if your conversion rate between the discounted trial and the package is high, that gives you more confidence that, hey, okay, I can send this event to Meta. I want more of these customers.
Yep. Correct. Thank you, Tyler. Okay, allow us to go back to the workflow again. So sorry for jumping on here and there, but just to make sure you guys are fully equipped with all the information. So now, talking back to the workflow, like I mentioned, just remember whatever stages you want to put here, make sure you can change these stages within 7 days when your customer comes in from the click to chat. Now, once you've selected the stages, you can leave this setting on. It's fine. This is fine. Now, the next step is you're going to send the conversion API event. So you're going to click next step. You're going to scroll down a little bit. It's almost to the end. And then you can see this send conversion API event. Okay. Select this step. Okay. Once you've selected this step, you're going to select your Meta business account that you've connected. Okay. Hold on. Okay. And then you're going to, okay, I think I know why. Hold on. Give me a second. Sorry, let me log in again real quick.
Yeah. Before the webinar, Joshua actually logged in a long time ago and just left it there. So maybe it just needs some refreshing.
Yes, Respond.io security. Quick for you guys. I have this here. Okay. Just give me 1 minute real quick. I'm going back in.
But yeah, just whatever you have just now, you can just show them. No need to delete and start over. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yep. Okay, I have it back on. Both those. Okay, here. Yeah. So after you select the stages over here, you select your Meta business account. Okay. Then you select your portfolio. Okay. After that, you select your WhatsApp account. The WhatsApp account that is linked on Respond, and also the WhatsApp account that your ads are linked to. So you select the necessary WhatsApp account. Let's say, for example, this, done. And the signal that you will send, we have two types of signal that we send. One is purchase and lead generated. But we highly encourage our customers use the purchase event instead. Try not to use lead generated, because lead generated, you get low quality leads as well. We don't want those signals. We only want high quality signal. Once you've selected the event type, the purchase signal, you need to set the currency. So if let's say currency, if you are in Malaysia, you go to MYR. If you're in Middle East, you can go AED. Yeah. So whichever currency you want. And then if let's say you're MYR. And then for our customers, we usually tell them the purchase value. We ask, what is the minimum value usually customers buy from you? If let's say I sell one bottle of shampoo, my cheapest bottle of shampoo is 100 ringgit, 100 Malaysian ringgit. So I set this as 100 ringgit. That's it. Now over here, the advanced configuration, you can ignore this, but basically this is just more information of your customer. But yeah, it's already configured as what we said. Like Meta, they just need two things: your customer's phone number and the email. That's more than enough for them to optimize. But of course, if you give them more info, then it's higher quality if you have it. If not, don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay. You can sync the data from wherever you have, because on Respond.io, your contact has a profile. If you had the certain traits, you want to send them to Meta, send them. Meta will use that to find more people for you, because in the end, like the more data points, the better.
Yep, correct. But of course, one of the issues our customers face is like when customers come into chat, then you don't want to ask them too much questions. Like you have their phone number and that's it. But it depends on your business. If you have other data, you can include it and send. If it's not too much of a hassle for your new leads to answer, then by all means.
Yeah. For example, if you have a CRM, you want to connect the contact profile with your CRM profile, have the same traits to send over to Respond.io. This is doable as well. So again, this is a bit more advanced, but if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask our support team to help you. They can get on a call with you to walk through you everything one by one to ensure that there's no errors as well. So our support team is available 24 hours, 5 days a week. So take advantage of it.
Yes, correct. So basically, what this data here you can get is mostly when you go to your inbox, any customer you pick. Over here, you can see the contact details. When you click, you can hover over. So all these details over here, whatever details, any custom fields that you have created, so forth and so on, it's all can be found here. It's just added knowledge for you guys. Okay, so yep, I think we're going back. So yeah, so we have done how to set up the workflow. Simple two-step. At the end of this webinar, you can get a link to the JSON file that we have. We've created one template for you. You can use that. But it's just when you use it, you need to select your lifecycle stages again. You need to select your Meta account to link again when you're using the workflow. Yeah, so basically this is it. So we're going, the picture.
Oh, seems like the PDF is not loading the emojis, but nonetheless, just quickly explain this, I guess.
Yep. Okay. So like I mentioned just now when I showed you guys, you saw that there are two signals that you can send in the conversion API step. One is the lead generated, one is purchase signals. Now, what are the difference? Okay, for some of our customers, because their purchase signals are not a lot and they want to see the data set fast. So usually what they do is two-step is conversation open or click to chat add. And then after that, they'll just send a lead generated. For lead generated, you don't need to put the currency. And then that's because they just want to send a lot of signals to see the data set. But the data set, we don't encourage you to use it because the lead generated data set has low quality leads as well, which is what you don't want. That's why we recommend our customers try not to use lead generated, use the purchase signals instead. For purchase signals, it indicates that these customers are high quality customers. These are the type of customers that you want Meta to position your ads to. So that's why when you set up, if your conversion is within 2 days, 3 days, by all means, or not, try to use the purchase signal and then use a life cycle stage that roughly would dictate and show the customers that you want. Yeah, so your agents can change it quickly.
All right. Yep. All right. And we're at the end and we can start the Q&A soon. Here's a QR code. If you want to talk to our support, you can scan that. If you want to get the workflow templates of what Joshua showed just now, you can scan that and download it and just import it to our workflows. And there, you just need to configure the settings. All right. I think we can start the Q&A. I think we have a few questions.
The alternative I could think of is, you try to keep it within 7 days because it's set by Meta in a sense. Use either a stage 1 or stage 2. You don't have to be a paying customer, but at least some indicators to show that this customer has a 60 or 70% chance of converting. If your agent feels like, I'm talking to this guy, I feel this guy has a 70% chance, just give me 3 more days, this guy will pay. So when that happens, then you can change to that kind of stage and then send the signal over.
Yeah, and I think one thing to clarify, the event is called purchase, but it doesn't have to be purchase. It's just a way for Meta to label. So you can send book appointment under purchase as well. Any sales cycle stage that you have that's before actual purchase, you can substitute as well. It's just that lead generated is pretty simple. The lowest form, that's not really quality. Purchase, you can put any part. Of course, we don't tell you to put new leads, but hot leads, for example, you can send it over to Meta as well. I think, Joshua, this is only applicable to click to chat ads, right?
Yes. This one, the campaign, it's only for sales. Because when you have your, there's one part when you create your ads the time, there's the campaign objective. You can see once you go onto your ad, then they ask you first thing first, what is the campaign objective? You have to select sales. It's only for sales. If you select engagement objective, then you won't be able to select this data set. You can't pick it. But when you select sales, and then after selecting sales, your conversion destination should be messaging destination. And lastly, the performance goal should be maximize number of conversions. Yeah, just these 3 things. Then you'll be able to select the data set.